But it brings it modern.
Tricky, that movie came out before I was born.
Yeah, he's a youngin', bro.
Are you really gonna age me
I
right
came
now?
out in it came out before 1996.
He's like, I came out in 1996.
I came out in 1996.
I feel the minutes count down on the clock again. Feel like I'm playing in a game that I can never win. Time is running out, I know I gotta make a choice. So many whispers in my ear that I can't hear my voice. Tell me, will it end the situation that I'm in? Or am I bound to sit alone, drowning in my sins? Get right or get left, what will it be? Time is running out, the blood is flowing down the streets. People need to know we're living in a war zone. Hit the streets with the truth, tell them that it's on.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Loot Bros podcast. I am your host, the Bearded Nerd, and alongside me tonight, I got Will He Show Joe. What's going on?
I shall show.
And joining us from the Trophy Hose, it is the one, the only, he who shall not be named. What's going on, buddy? Oh my God!
Oh shit, we gotta stop the show already, really?
Don't worry, I'll cut that out.
What's up, guys?
I have the editing cutter.
I had to do it because you two are the only ones that do not like that sound.
I just think people just don't want to tell you and they don't want to hurt your feelings.
Everybody that I've talked to says they like it, except you two.
That's not true. I don't mind not hurting Tricky's feelings. I'll hurt Tricky's feelings. It's fine.
Rick likes it. Gareth likes it. Daryl likes it.
I don't know how Rick can stand that.
Why?
It is annoying.
How?
It's just annoying.
Okay, let's address this real quick. Why do you guys find it annoying?
Because it's fucking annoying.
It's just annoying. It's just like, I don't know. When I hear it, it irks my nerves.
It's like nails on a chalkboard. And
It's
I
a
like
reference
nails on a
to our
chalkboard.
childhood. But it
Okay.
brings it modern.
Tricky, that movie came out before I was born.
Yeah, he's a
Oh my
youngin',
God.
bro.
Are you really gonna age me?
I
right
came
now?
out in it came out before 1996.
He's like, I came out in 1996.
I came out in 1996.
Are you trying to say that I'm at least 16 years older than you?
That's what
Yeah,
he's-
you
that's-
definitely.
That's what he's saying.
My God, what year were you born?
It could have been his dad. Tricky.
1996. Tricky, when did you graduate high school?
98.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, Tricky, you could be my dad, but you're 2 years off from being my dad.
Well, no, I could have a child at 16. Who says I'm not your dad?
You're definitely not my father.
I'm not your dad, but I could be.
Negative.
You are not the father.
You know what? You're right. Tricky, you could be my dad, and Kalai's old enough to be my mom. Maybe I'm the spawn of the two of you. Oh wait, that's not possible because I have better taste in games
Negative.
than the
Negative.
both of you.
You play Fortnite and Call of Duty.
That's
You're
all
not
you
a
see me play on stream. That's all you see me play on stream. Wait until we get into what I've been playing this week. You know what? Speaking of what we're playing, Joe, what have you been playing this week?
Lots of stuff. I really got back into Need for Speed Payback. I'm currently playing it right now as we speak. And fuck this game. And it's fucking time trial challenges. And it's fucking off-road levels. I want to punch myself in the face, but that would hurt. So I'd rather just throw my controller across the room. And then I would cry because I broke it. So I don't know. I really like this game a lot. It's a great racing game. It's just a pain in the fucking ass. Like, oh God, like the drag racing sequences. Like, I learned like the trick is just ram into the guy you're racing against, and then he'll just lose automatically. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna keep doing this. Oh, it works. But I was like, I don't know. I'm enjoying it. Thanks, MZ Nitro, for fucking making me play this pile of shit.
He tried to get me to play The Crew too, so.
That's
Yeah.
actually a really good game.
They were they were bickering yesterday in my chat. That's what was happening.
And the crew, you could literally just get carried through that, Tricky. You don't even have to. You wouldn't even have to do anything.
That sounds like it's right up Tricky's alley.
I know, right? Getting carried through games.
Yeah, it doesn't have to do anything for the 10-minute plats, really.
Now, would that be a rap plat then if he got carried through?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not a kids game or a Lego game. Well, see, now my argument, Tricky, is
all right. Hold on.
Wouldn't a Lego game be a rat game?
No, it's not. Because like I said, I'll get into what I'm playing later. But I'm playing through a Lego game right now. It is definitely not. It is definitely
Nice.
not
I
a good.
love Lego games. I am also playing through a Lego game right now.
Are you playing through the Skywalker Saga?
Yeah, game's fucking amazing. Yeah,
I
game's
almost
so
picked
good.
it up today. I debated it.
The game is really good. Tricky. I am enjoying the Skywalker Saga, but I'm also not enjoying the Skywalker Saga because I feel like they made the levels way shorter than they used to be in the old Lego games. Do you feel that way? Because I kind of feel that way.
Well, yeah, they absolutely did because there's 45 levels in this instead of 15.
That don't mean you gotta make the levels shorter. Like,
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
it took them like 900 years to make this fucking game. They could have made the game longer. Like, no excuses.
It's I like the game, but you're gonna wait until you get to the grind, and then
No,
when
I'm
you
not
get
doing
to
the fucking grind. I'm gonna beat it and then never play it again. Like I do every game. Done. Once the credits roll, it's done. Wrap. I got like 900 games on this shelf. There's no way I'm ever gonna beat them all if I just sit there and try and platinum shit. I gave that road up a long time ago. There's
that's
no,
because you suck at it.
I do. I'm not a timely gamer. I like to enjoy my games. So like I can't go fast enough to platinum stuff. I just don't play games that way.
Well,
I'm honestly just not that good at games for real. Like
well, the
I think
problem
my
is
skills diminished over the years. Where like I'd rather play shit on easy and just beat it and get it over with than actually challenge myself anymore playing games. Like I don't
Well,
got time for that shit anymore.
the problem is you're going about trophy hunting wrong. You don't ever try to rush to get a platinum.
I'm
That's
not.
what Rat Plats and the breakthrough games are for. Just to sit there, press a button, and get a plat.
Yeah, but I don't want to sully my fucking trophy numbers or max out my levels doing that. Like, because then
Well,
there's nothing to work towards.
well, no, I'm not saying I'm not advocating you do that. What I'm
No,
saying is if that's where you want to get quick, easy plats, that's how you do it.
no, I don't
But
want quick easy plat. If I want a quick easy plat, it's tricky. I could be the master of quick easy plats. Just pop my credit card out and be like, oh, here we go. I'll buy like 900 plats.
Okay, can I finish my point before you keep cutting me off?
Children,
I'm just saying.
children, I will be dad tonight. Don't make me be dad tonight.
No, what I'm saying is a game like the Skywalker Saga. It's an easy enough platinum to get done, but it's time consuming, and you're gonna have to sit there and actually put in the work. The reason the Skywalker Saga, like the grind, is horrible, but it's fun while you're doing it because you're figuring out everything as you go.
Yeah, I think it harkens back to a lot of the older Lego games, like the first few that came out, where there was a lot of stuff to do in them and a lot of secrets, and like you had to play the game like multiple times to get everything. I think they kind of captured that essence a little bit more in this one than they have in the last few. Like, I feel like it's less. Well, no, I wouldn't say it's less innovation because they did some pretty innovative things in this game where like there's a lot of different play styles and different ways to do things, and there's different like types of levels, which I think is really what like has made the last few Lego games stand out. Like I really, really, really like the what was it? The Lego Hobbit game. I thought that was really well put together. I don't know if you played that one, Tricky.
I did not. It's on my
That's
list.
really good. Like they did
But
some really cool things with the controls in that, and like the different things that you do to like progress the levels. My thing is, and I know like I heard this on Trophy Whores, is I always love the fact that there's always like this one level in a Lego game where like you get stuck and you just don't know what the fucking stupid mechanic is to get to the next part of the level. Like you sit there with your smacking your head, or maybe Zach, you said it last week on the show when I wasn't on. There's always like this one sequence in a Lego game where it's like, oh shit, like you don't know where to go and you don't know what to do and you have to unlock it like a certain way, and it's like, oh shit, well, where the fuck do I go?
and then
Yep.
once you figure it out, it's like, oh duh, like I should have known that.
Yep, there was a part that I was stuck on, and then I finally found it, and I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. So Lego games are true to being more of a puzzle action game than I guess than anything else. But to that point, Joe, what else you been playing?
I played a lot more Shin Megami Tensei 5 on the Switch, and I finally beat the first boss after like 900 times of trying to kill him. This dude's fucking insane. These boss fights are crazy. Because if you don't know the weakness to the bosses, like any other Shin Megami Tensei game, like you're going to die in like 4 moves. So once I figured out what the weakness is for the boss, then I had to go and like breed a bunch of demons to be able to beat this guy. So I had to go catch a bunch of low level things, raise them up to a high enough level that I could fuse them all together. Then I fused them all together, and then I whooped the dude's ass. And it took a good, like, it should not take this long. I think it took me almost 15 hours into the game to beat the first boss. And now I'm almost on the second boss. And it's not even like a challenge because I'm so over leveled. from trying to beat the first boss. But I'm heavily enjoying that game. I think it's one of my favorite games I played this year. It's one of the best games that came out last year, bar none. It's just I just never got to it. So.
Okay.
And then what else have I played? I played a little bit of Subnautica today for the first time. Have any of you guys played that before?
Nope.
On
Is
my
that the like it's like an underwater
Survival game.
game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. I just got to the part where like I learned how to craft things and like make food and like keep myself alive, and then I was like, oh, this is pretty neat. Like I don't know how long I'll stick with it because like it's just a grindy game that like it like takes me away from like everything else I'm playing. So I don't know if I'm like generally interested in like continuing to play this type of a game with like a million things in my backlog and then like all these pledge games that I have to play. So
Yup.
which I'm playing one right now, so I don't want to hear your shit, Zach.
I didn't say anything.
I'm trying to beat a pledge game, and then I'm gonna try and beat another pledge game. I'm just trying to work on my pledge games now. I also played a fuck ton of Bloodborne since the last time I was on the show, and I beat like 3 more bosses. So I think I'm about like 60% of the way through the game. That game is hard as fuck. Like that game tests your titties.
Well, it's a Souls
Like-
game. I'd hope so.
Yeah, it's fun though. Like I find the challenge in those games to be extremely rewarding, though. I don't know how you guys feel about them. Tricky, how do you feel about Souls games? Because I find them to be like truly rewarding.
I don't play them because I don't want to stick my nuts in the vice.
It's not Tricky's cup of tea, as he is so graciously stated.
I just feel like you got to give them a chance, Tricky. Like they weren't my cup of tea at first, and I was like, oh man, these games are like just so much fun to get into and so much fun to play.
Negative.
And I just feel like I get so much a sense of like, satisfaction when I beat a boss. Like there's nothing that feels like that feeling of taking down a boss for the first time. I know Zach could attest to that. Like there's just nothing that feels that way in video gaming. There really isn't. Like there's no game that I feel like I get as much of a rush from, besides maybe Elden Ring, because obviously it's the same type of game, but like you just get that rush when you beat those bosses. Like you die like 100 times this fool, and then you finally beat him, and you're like, fuck you, bro, and you move on. And you just want to sit there and teabag the thing while it's turning into dust.
That's true.
What else have I played? I played a bunch of stuff. I played this game called Kitten Squad. It was like this free-to-play game on PlayStation 4. It was made by PETA. So have you guys ever played Blinding of Isaac?
Nope. It's the
No,
Binding. It's the
and I won't
Binding
play
of
a
Isaac
game
program.
by People Eating Tasty Animals.
Yeah, People Eating Tasty Animals made this game, and it's pretty fun. It's like you play as this little kitten, and it's a twin-stick shooter, and you just go around shooting things, like different robots and stuff, and you have to save the animals. And I find this game to be highly addicting, and I've already beat like the first like area, and I want to keep playing. But we'll keep going. I almost finished Sonic Mania. This is probably one of the I wouldn't say most difficult Sonic games, but I would say it's got a difficulty curve that most Sonic games don't have. Like it gets really complicated towards the end, and I just think like I'm almost done though. I have like 2 worlds left, and I want to get this thing done because it's been on my list of things to finish for like over 2 years now. And I finally sat down the other day, and I'm like, I'm gonna beat Sonic Mania, and I beat like 6 worlds in a row, and I was on a roll, and I was like, all right, let me look up how much I have left in this game, and I have 2 worlds left, so I was like, all right, I can do this. But yeah, gaming OCD kicked in, so I changed games again, and then I played have any of you played Fury? It's like a boss rush game. So it's a boss rush game on PS4 and PS5. I think it's on every other system as well. And basically what it is, it's a boss rush game with like bullet hell elements. So like you have to time all your hits like correctly to get in there and hit the bosses and stuff. Mechanics are really sweet. The dodging mechanics and the parry work really, really well. It kind of reminds me of playing like a Devil May Cry where the combat's just so stylish and takes over like the actual gameplay, the whole gameplay element of the game. And I'm playing that on PS5 because they just released a PS5 free upgrade for it. So it's like, oh, let me try it on PS5. I'm halfway done with it on PS4. Let me try it on PS5. And it's like, man, this game looks absolutely gorgeous on PS5. Absolutely gorgeous. But that's what I played this week. Tricky, what about you?
Division 2.
I'm not shocked.
Tricky played other things. Didn't you play Alan Wake this week?
I did play Alan Wake. I turned it off within a half an hour because the game's absolutely garbage.
You're out of your fucking mind.
That game is horrible. I don't know why
Out
anybody thinks
of
it's good.
your mind.
I haven't played it yet. It's on my backlog for this year. So
I've also played a little bit of Rock Band.
okay.
Did some singing.
Do you have
what else?
anything left to do in that game, or are you just playing it for fun at this point?
You know, that's a question I asked JT a while ago because I finished. Well, I think I finished the what would be considered the career mode, which is the tour.
Yeah, World Tour is career mode.
But there's like half of the venues that I still haven't unlocked. So I don't know what defines beating Rock Band for.
I think it's the World Tour. Does World Tour have credits at the end though? I think it did.
I don't know, and it's been years since I've gotten to that point. But there's a certain point, like you travel to this city, you travel to that city, and then once you unlock a certain number of fans and a certain number of money, it basically says, "Oh, you've completed your tour," and then you can continue touring. But like I said, half the venues are still locked, and there's trophies for doing certain 50 venues, which I have not gotten. So. But mostly when I play Rock Band, I'm playing the Rivals mode, which is the weekly competitive. Get the best scores on all these songs, and that normally goes for like 8 weeks, and then takes a week off, and then starts up another thing.
Interesting. What was the Rock Band game they made a few years ago? Was it Rock Band Blitz? That was cool, right? Did you ever play that?
Rock Band Blitz got to be like 10 years old now.
Yeah, it was. Wasn't it like it was like on Vita, right?
Rock Band Blitz was on Vita. Are you thinking of? Oh, now why am I drawing the blank? The DJ game?
No, I had DJ Hero. That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
Not DJ Hero. Harmonix made a DJ game.
Oh, the one that came out like last year or year before that.
Yeah,
I never got to play that. I heard it was good though.
It's good, but it's annoying because it doesn't really explain to you how to accomplish all the missions. And I got into like the third stage and kept failing because it kept saying that I wasn't doing something right, but it wasn't explaining to me what I wasn't doing right. So I just gave up. What is the name of that game? Now I gotta look it up.
Is it called like it's something with an F? I think.
Fuser. That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know if we'll ever see a Rock Band 5.
That's the one with the cards, right? Fuser. Like you get like different decks. You had like decks in the game.
Fuser is the DJ game.
Yeah. It doesn't have like cards and stuff in it. Like you put the cards in the deck thing, and then it like changes the music or whatever.
No, you change records.
Oh, I thought they were like cards involved with it or some shit.
No. Trying to think of anything else I played.
So, how far are you in Alan Wake that you turned it off in 30 minutes?
I'm in the 4th chapter. I just got through the maze.
So how much of the game do you have left, and how much time do you have left to beat it?
Good question about how long I have left to beat it. I don't know. If I remember correctly, I thought it was by the end of this year. But then I was thinking about it earlier. It was like he gave me 1 year to beat it, and I don't remember when he was on the show.
It wasn't 1 year from when the game launched?
No. It was 1 year from the time Levi was on the show. I can go back and listen to it because Levi was only on one show every 4 weeks. I'm gonna get it done. It's just it's so bad.
I think that's the one where he called X-Files game a fucking masterpiece, and then like 2 weeks later turned around and said it was the shittiest game ever.
Yeah, I just got through the maze on Alan Wake, and it's just.
I have to boot it up still, like on the remaster, but
I don't.
Game.
I don't want to tell you why I think it's shitty because I don't want to spoil it for Zach, but it's just at the start of the 4th chapter, everything that they built up to it being like they completely like telegraphed exactly what they're doing, and it's like the 4th chapter, you're like, oh, this makes this entire game worthless because this is the way they're going to end it now.
So Alan Wake's like watching WWE is what you're saying?
Negative. They're watching
AEW. You know exactly where it's going.
Yeah, same thing with AEW. Every promo. Oh, let's talk about the WWE because we need clout.
All right. Tricky, you played anything else this week?
I'm looking right now. I don't think so. I started up Horizon because they announced the new game plus, but I haven't tried that yet. I'm switching accounts. Give me 1 second. I'm on my PlayStation 5 to the left of me. Didn't play Skywalker this week. Mortal Kombat 11. I finished up the Aftermath story chapters.
Okay.
Nice. Did you like them?
I did, but then now I got to go through them again because apparently I put the game in rest mode, which disconnected me from the server. So all the story related content that I got didn't unlock. So now I have to go through it again.
Oh.
Which I don't mind because the Aftermath storyline is shorter than what it before. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you skip cutscenes, you can get through those things in like 5 seconds.
And see, that's the other thing is I downloaded it and I started playing it, and then I realized that when you're doing the story mode without the full game downloaded, it just goes from fight to fight to fight. It completely misses the cutscenes.
Wait, what?
All right, so when you're playing the story mode in Mortal Kombat, how you do a fight and then there's like a cutscene, a story, and then it links into the next fight.
Yeah.
If you start playing the game, because you know how certain games you can start playing before it's fully downloaded.
Uh-huh.
If you start the game while the game is still downloading in the background, it just goes from fight to fight to fight. It completely skips all the cutscenes.
So basically, like the fight. So you're saying like the game itself is loaded, but nothing else is loaded.
No, the game is loaded. You're doing like all right. So
no,
you
like,
start off.
So basically, what you're saying is like the game, the fights itself load when the game loads, but like the cutscenes don't.
Right. So when you start off the Aftermath chapter story, you're fighting as Nightwolf, and you have to do 4 fights with Nightwolf before you unlock. You go to the next character.
Mm-hmm.
If you start it, you do the 4 Nightwolf fights, and then immediately go into the next fight with the next character, without any story about why you're fighting that person.
Huh. Okay.
Interesting.
Seems good.
And yes, that's all I've been playing.
Okie doke. All right. I have, as Tricky so elegantly stated, I have been playing a little bit of Fortnite this week and a little bit of Call of Duty this week. I got back into streaming after a month and a half hiatus. So that was on those 2 games I've been playing with a couple of friends. I started Diablo 3, the Reaper of Souls edition, for the first time this week. I'm playing through that. I am almost done with the first act.
Game's amazing.
I'm enjoying it. I started off as a Crusader, and then I have a lot of friends that play the game, and they're like, "Yeah, you should definitely play as this." And I was like, "Okay." So since I was only like 4 quests into the first act, I restarted as a demon hunter in the seasonal journey, so that way I could get the season bonuses for the character as well. I'm enjoying it a lot so far. Like the first 2 nights that I had it loaded up, I got super duper enthralled in it, and I didn't want to stop playing it. And I looked down and I was like, man, I got to work tomorrow. I should probably go to sleep.
I mean, honestly, like, and a lot of people will give me shit for this, but I love that game on the Switch the most because of like season mode and like the endless amount of time you can just sink into that game on Switch.
Yep.
And it just runs so well, and it's it's sad how well that game runs on a Switch because it has no business running that well, honestly.
Well, it did come out in like the 360, PS3 era. So,
I think it's running like a higher end 360 version, I think. But
yeah. So I started that this week. I am still making my way now slowly through Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy. I am halfway through episode 5, and I am playing that on my PSP. And then what else have I played this week? I barely touched Apex. I think I played like 1 or 2 games, and it was just so laggy in the hotel that I couldn't play it. And I think that's all I have been playing this week. Yeah, but it hadn't been a bad week. Like I said, I'm glad that I found a game to sink my teeth into. In the meantime, while I am waiting on, I'm sure at some point I'm going to get pledged something else, since me and Daryl's boards are both clean. One of us is going to get it. All right, so I skipped it at the beginning of the show because I am fired, and I usually don't do it.
I was
So
gonna say, didn't you skip like
I
housekeeping
skipped our toast. I
and
skipped our
house?
toast. I'm sorry.
I was really hoping you weren't gonna do it.
Nope, I'm
Oh, I
doing it
know
because
exactly what I want to toast
I'm
to.
sitting here staring at my drink and I'm thirsty, and then I was like, I forgot to toast.
Do you have something to
So
toast to? Because I do.
I do. So we're going to toast. I made it another year on this planet. My 26th birthday was on Friday.
Happy birthday,
I
man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It was it was an adult birthday for sure. I worked and then I went and had dinner and then I came back to play video games.
Sounds like the
So
best adult birthday ever.
yeah, missing my family after a couple weeks of being out here, but I also want to toast our Patreon producers. This month's Patreon producers are Redbeard Rick and the Alpha Seagull, that one Seagal. They are our Patreon producers for this month. So shout out to them. And Joe, what you got toast to?
The release date for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has possibly leaked for Shredder's Revenge. I misquoted Tricky on that stream. It's actually June 16th, not July 16th. So apparently it's coming out like 2 weeks,
Oh, there you go.
which is absolutely fucking dope.
So we know what you'll be playing. Tricky, got anything you want to toast to tonight?
No, because I don't want to bring the show down.
You can talk about it, buddy. We saw your Facebook post. Actually, somebody asked about Cly actually asked about it in our chat, and I didn't want to pry too much. But also toasting to Jim. His surgery went well, so hopefully we'll have Cly back here in the near future for some episodes.
Yeah. What I think what Zach's referring to is I lost my dog this past week, so it's been very rough. She was the ultimate friend, and I keep finding myself reaching over to pet her, and she's not there.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Tricky. We'll definitely give a toast to her. All right, you guys ready?
Alrighty.
I hate you guys do that in the mic. You know what? It's fine because you guys do that, then I play that soundbite, so we're good. We're even.
Yeah, but I can edit your soundbite out. All right. There's enough sounds for me to edit it out. We're good. All right. So moving on. Go follow us on go sub to us on YouTube. Our subscriber count and our viewer count's been staying pretty average, not going up, not going down. So if you guys would go over to the Loot Bros podcast on YouTube /push-to-plat and go ahead and drop that sub, I would appreciate it. As well as we are gaining reviews slowly on Apple and Spotify. If you have either of those platforms, if that's where you listen to us, please go ahead, drop us a 5-star review or recommend us on the Spotify side. Screenshot that sucker and send it in here to one of us on the podcast, and you could be entered into a giveaway for a Loot Bros t-shirt when we hit 100 reviews on Apple. Twitch, Joe's on Twitch, MrTmnt84. Tricky's on Twitch on The Proven Gamer, and I'm on Twitch, The Bearded Nerd. The second E and Bearded and the second E and Nerd are 3s. Go ahead, give us a follow over there. Really appreciate it. As well as Mr. Resident Daryl, who is away this week enjoying vacation. We wish him the best. He is over on Twitch as Resident Daryl, and he usually streams every Sunday with his youngins. And I think that's all I have for come drop us some love. Moving on. All right. So this week we're going to. I don't have the spreadsheet for the backlog beatdown, so we're going to be skipping that. But I do have the True Trophies and True Achievements leaderboard. So somebody asked me to read this out on the show this week. JT has been playing a lot of Steam achievements. So in first place on the Loot Bros official Steam achievements leaderboard, the Alpha Seagull with 70,001 achievement points on Steam. He said he has played a lot of games on Steam. He got those in one day, so he wanted me to read that off. And then in second place is Kevin Ryan with 15 Steve achievement points, and then the rest of the board has 0. So shout out JT. Apparently he's been killing over on that end of the spectrum. And moving on, this week on our True Trophies leaderboard, leading us in a trophy count of 673 for the week is the affectatious Dunk himself. In second place, surprisingly, haven't seen him in this general area in a while, I'm styling on your bro with 44 trophies this week.
Did he get lost?
I don't know. He might have. He popped in my Twitch chat the other day too. It was kind of funny. I was like, "What are you doing here?" And we got in a big old discussion on if I was going to do the PvE mode for Fortnite, and I told him I didn't want to spend 1,000+ hours on it.
I'll do it with you. Isn't it crossplay?
I don't know if the PvE is. I'll have to look into that because I know I get it for free on Xbox. But in third place is Lubro's own Resident Daryl with 37 trophies. He's been playing some games this week since he has been on vacation all week. And in fourth place, surprisingly enough, Mr. JT Dat1Seagal with 9 trophies. And tying him in fifth place is Stinkpalm with 9 trophies. Joe, you only got 2 trophies this week. What's up, man?
Didn't play anything. I was in Boston half that week.
Well, we forgive you.
Should have brought the Vita with me.
We forgive you for being in Boston.
Best city in the world, man.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna give you a little shit real quick because we were waiting on you. We waited for like 10 minutes and waiting for you to respond. You're like, I'm gonna bring my stuff with me. I'll be there to record. Is Joe not coming tonight? No.
Yeah, Joe's not coming.
All right. Well, we're moving on, and then we did the Batman deep dive without you.
Oh.
And you were really looking forward to that, and you talked about you watched the movie 3 times like past week, so we did that without you.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's probably for the best because he would have shit on it like I would have.
Tricky?
It was decent.
You weren't on that episode.
It was not the greatest. It was not the worst.
That's why I said I would have not, and I did.
Yeah. You want to know if we wanted your opinion, we would have invited you to give it.
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, but they all stink.
That's fair. All right, moving over to our Xbox leaderboard. So we got Mr. Sony Pony to you, CJ, in first place with 4,467 achievement points. In second place, we got Sadik with 2,040 achievement points. In third place, I'm styling on your bro with 1,435 achievement points. So he made his rounds this week. Apparently, he's on both leaderboards. In fourth place, we got GDI Master Ace yet again with 525 achievement points, and in fifth place, yours truly with 75 achievement points, just from Diablo. So this week has been. This week was kind of like an average week. It looked like everybody got a little bit of gaming in. No one did anything crazy this week. I mean, five digit numbers is still a little crazy, but nothing too nuts. And then community questions. You guys ready? We got a couple of odd ones. Jared gave us an odd one this week.
I was about to hit the button just so you know with her community questions.
Oh,
it was instinct. It was instinct.
Sit down.
It was instinct.
Tricky, don't make me do it. I'll do it.
It was instinct.
All right. Ender writes in, which is the best threequel? I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna do it. You know what? Fine, Tricky. You want to hit the button?
Oh my god, I'm totally recording a slurping noise and playing it every time I go on Trophy Horse.
Or just bring something to slurp on Trophy Horse.
But he doesn't. Oh god, I'm trying to behave.
All right, stop it, both of you. All right, which is the best threequel? Super Mario Brothers 3 or Sonic 3 plus Knuckles? Tricky, what you think?
Mario.
Which one's better?
Mario.
You have to say it right first.
Mario.
Thank you. All right, Super Mario Bros. 3. Why do you think the Super Mario Brothers 3 is better than Sonic 3 plus Knuckles?
Because there's never been a good Sonic game, ever, outside of Sonic Pinball.
That is the most dumb thing you've ever said. You said some dumb shit in your life.
There's not, in my opinion, there's never been a good Sonic game.
That's where you. I disagree. I respectfully disagree. But
Dude, Sonic 2 is amazing.
The first Sonic game was fantastic.
I know, but Sonic 2 is like the amazing, and then Sonic 3 and Knuckles is just like it's like the magnum opus of Sonic games. Unless you count Sonic Generations, that game's an absolutely fucking masterpiece.
I wasn't the biggest fan of Sonic 3. Sonic 2, I will agree with. Sonic 1 is still my favorite. But, Joe, what do you think? Sonic 3 or Super Mario Bros. 3?
It's close. I mean, I feel like it's not comparable. I feel like if you're comparing like Super Mario World and Super Mario All Stars, like packed together with like Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, it's more of a better comparison. But I would feel like I don't know. I would definitely have to go with Sonic and Knuckles. Like that game is just it brings back so many memories, especially just having Sonic 3 and then it being a fucking incomplete mess of a game. And then when Knuckles came out, it like fixed all the broken shit in the game. It's like the one time we got a DLC pack for a game back then. So it was definitely special. It was different. It's not something we were used to getting, which was like physical DLC version of a game.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm a little partial myself. We've discussed it. The first game that I really got into as a kid was Super Mario Bros. 3, so that's obviously the one I'm gonna pick. I could play that game probably with my eyes closed.
Game's fucking fantastic. It's one of the best video games ever made.
Oh, I was so mad when you play it on something like the Game Boy Advance version or.
I love the Game Boy Advance version because it's the Super Nintendo version. It's not the Nintendo version.
Yeah, but when you play it on other platforms, you can't go get the flute.
Yeah, they try to make it so you couldn't cheat, but
that was annoying because
Did you play the Mario All Stars version on the GBA with all with all the cards and stuff where you could like get all the bonus levels, and then if you play it on the Switch Virtual Console, it has all those levels included for free.
No, I played the Super Mario All Stars on the Super Nintendo.
That's one of the best games ever made. Period, hands down. It's like top 5 Super Nintendo game.
Well, it was a collection. So,
I have it.
Great, yeah.
I have the one that came with Super Mario World. Did you know that existed?
No, I did not.
Yeah, it's very amazing.
But yeah, so I'm impartial. Like I said, I could pretty much play the original like with my eyes closed. I've sped run that game a couple of times just to speed run it and see how fast I can get through it. I should not know that game as well as I do, but I do.
Why not? I mean, I know Zelda. I know Link to the Past that well because I played it that many times.
It's just it's on the borderline of like tricky.
Which is the best Zelda game of all time, motherfuckers. It's not fucking that bastardized Breath of the Wild garbage, and it's not the most overrated video game of all time, which is Ocarina of Time. Most overrated game of all time.
I like Majora's Mask the best, but
Majora's Mask is a great game, but Ocarina of Time is an overrated piece of garbage. I'll stand on that hill. Tricky, I know you like Zelda a lot, and I know you like Link to the Past, so
I wouldn't say it's a overrated piece of trash. It's an overrated game, yes, but it's still a good game. But it's definitely overrated.
Dude, all the tropes in Zelda come from one game, and it's Link to the Past. Like, just look at the game. Just look at the design of the game. They all come from one game. All the great songs come from one game, Link to the Past. Then they get carried over for the rest of the series. It's all Link to the Past.
And Breath of the Wild's not a Zelda game, so we don't even count that.
Wow. It is, but
it's not.
It's not a very well designed. Well, I don't say it's not well designed. I like the game. I know you hate it with like a 1,000 fiery passion.
No. I like Breath of the Wild. It's
That's
just not.
I've never heard you say that word in a sentence, in a complete sentence before.
No. I like Breath of the Wild. I think it's a good game. It is not a Zelda game. Hands down, it is not a Zelda game. I don't care what anybody says. I proved my point. I've stated, and unless you want to look at it with beer goggles and just be a Zelda loyalist, it is not a Zelda game. It's a good game. It's not Zelda.
I'll throw this at you, right? I would say Breath of the Wild is the closest to the original Zelda game than any other game ever made.
You're talking about to the NES version?
Correct.
I don't see that, but okay.
Do you get where I'm going, Zach, or no?
I didn't play Breath of the Wild, so I don't have an opinion on it.
So basically, Breath of the Wild is just a very open world game where pretty much you don't know where to go and what to do, and there's not really dungeons. Yes, there's dungeons in the original Zelda, but like the scope of exploration in the original Zelda is what made Zelda what Zelda is, and I think that's what they were trying to capture in Breath of the Wild, and they did a very good job of that. They did a very good job of capturing the essence of what a Zelda game is, which is just exploration at its finest, and just having to figure it all out on your own. Like no roadmap to success, no like go here, this is where you're supposed to go. Like so, in essence, Tricky, it is probably the most Zelda game after the first game. And what's your opinion on Zelda 2, Tricky? Because that's what I gotta know.
You talking about the Adventures of Link?
Yes, I love that game. I actually think it's one of the best Zelda games.
I appreciate them taking the bold stance and trying to change the format. I think it was too early in the series to try to do something like that, to go from a top down to a side scroller.
It has some of the best music in the series, though.
No, but Joe, you look at the games in the wrong view. Okay, the music.
I look at every aspect of the game.
The music is one part, but the music is not the part that's going to make a game good or bad. It can make it better, but it's not going to make it good. It comes down to the story, which Adventures of Link really didn't have. It comes down to the gameplay, which was a strong departure from the original game. I don't have a problem with it. It was just ahead of its time, and that's why it gets a lot of flack.
I hear you there.
Now, if they made an Adventures of Link,
went from Mario and Sonic to Legend of Zelda.
So, what's the best Sonic game, Zach, of all time that you played?
I like the first one the best.
First one's good. I understand why. Like, I guess they were talking about when they remade the second game. They were like, "Oh well, let's put more levels in the game. We need to cut the zones down from 2 zones to 3 zones per level." And I always hated that it was 2 zones the rest of the way through the series. It never went back to 3 zones. It was always 2 at that point.
I'm impartial. My biggest thing is as long as I get a good soundtrack to play the game.
Every single game has a good sound. There's not a bad Sonic soundtrack ever.
Well, speaking of new games, Ender also writes in, did you watch any of the Sonic Frontiers gameplay, and do we have another Sonic 2006 on our hands?
I'm very worried. It looks very, I don't know. It looks very ambitious for what they're trying to do here for a Sonic game. And I don't know if this is what people wanted in an open world Sonic game, but I was like, what the fuck do you expect an open world Sonic game to be? Like, that's my question. Like, what could it be? It's open world Sonic. And people are like, wow, there's a lot of like human animals and or realistic animals. And I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, that's Sega doing what Sega does, making everything look real.
Well, so in the odd part of that is our next question. Tricky, did you see any of the Sonic Frontiers gameplay?
I did not.
Okay. So, in the vein of that, because I haven't either, so I can't. So Joe's about the only one that can speak to this. Kalai writes in and says, "Do you think Ugly Sonic should be a playable character in Sonic Frontiers?" And now, when we're saying Ugly Sonic, she is referencing the Sonic that was supposed to be in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie before they changed him.
No, she's talking about Ugly Sonic. She's talking about the first original drawing of Sonic, the one that was in Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie.
Nope. She clarified. She was talking about. Yep, she clarified in the Discord. She's talking about the Sonic that was the original concept before it got roasted by the whole community, and they changed it to the Sonic we have now in the live action movie.
I mean, they fixed Sonic, so.
Yeah, but she's saying, do you think we should have the original Ugly Sonic with the teeth and everything?
I feel like that would be paid DLC. That's like a Sega move right there.
Yep, and then Ender also brought up, should we put Sanic as a playable character?
Oh, 100%! Sanic needs to come back. Why not? Team Sanic for life.
I saw that, and I couldn't help but chuckle at everything because I was like,
and you know what? God. Chungus needs to be in the game too.
Do you know the way? I know the way.
I think Chungus needs his own game series. Like someone needs to make this happen. How is Chungus not like the next video game mascot?
Why has someone not made this happen? Copyright infringement. That's why.
Someone needs to get on the phone, get the rights to Chungus.
I don't think it's possible. Hey, his name is Chungus. It sounds nothing like Knuckles. He may look like Knuckles, but he's not Knuckles. It's not how it works. Oh boy! And our last question this week, and of course, it's coming in from Jared.
Let me guess, an Amber Heard question.
Oh yeah. All right. So people in Japan are willing to buy the strangest things from vending machines. I'm sure you've heard that vending machines exist in Japan that sell women's phone numbers, adult novelties, and used underpants. I had to change some of the words because I didn't think they were quite appropriate for our show. Do you think the people of Japan might want to buy a amber pudding pie? Hashtag what if Heard could sell her turds? So everybody knows a verdict was finally reached this week, right?
Justice for Johnny.
And she's already appealing.
Yep. Well, they're like, her lawyers are already like, she can't pay that amount, blah, 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 blah. So she's going to try to appeal it. So in the first 30 days after a verdict is reached, that's their time to appeal and do all that stuff. So Johnny Depp was awarded $10.7 million for damages in the case. And Amber Heard was awarded $2 million for damages to her career in the case. So after 6 weeks of sitting on the jury, those jurors spent a day and a half deliberating. So good for them. I appreciate everybody's time in that whole situation because, man, I tell you what, if I would have had to do jury duty for 6 weeks and not get paid by my work, I'd be very upset. But legal obligation is American. What if Heard could sell her turd? Oh my gosh. I mean, honestly,
how does he come up with these?
I don't know. His first one, I'll read off his other one after this because it was more of a statement than a question. But I mean, obviously, like he said, that people sell everything in vending machines over there. I mean, I'm sure someone would. I don't think the Health Federation would allow that necessarily because it's
in Japan.
shit.
Yeah, they would.
They would allow shit in a vending machine. I don't know.
Why not?
Absolutely they would.
Well, like I said, I don't know because it's very, very toxic and harmful.
They're a different breed of human over there.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
If they're selling DNA on used panties, they're not going to stop it. Shit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So my vote is yes. I'm sure she could make a few dollars over in Japan, and especially since she's famous in America, I'm sure there are people that are like, "Oh, it's Queen Mera from Aquaman. I take her poo and I put it on shelf." So funny, Joe.
So funny.
So funny. Tricky, what you think?
Absolutely, they would sell it.
Queen Mera could sell her poo.
I don't know that she'd make a whole lot of money off of it, but yeah, she could definitely sell it.
You think she could make $10.7 million off of her poo?
Aqua turds, bro.
But
get the marketing team right now. Aqua turds.
Aqua turd hunger force.
If you can get if Belle Delphine can sell her bathwater and give people herpes, I'm sure Amber Heard could sell her turd.
Oh my god, we ain't talking about that.
Or if Gwyneth Paltrow could sell vagina scented candles, you could sell anything.
That's fair. Did you know they put her candle in a I think it was a DoorDash commercial or something, or Uber Eats commercial?
Like, can you Uber Eats this candle?
You can Uber Eats. So their biggest thing is like, oh, it's like they're like eating stuff that they wouldn't normally get with Uber Eats, like paper towels and stuff like that, like stuff that they're like, oh, this isn't food. And it's a funny commercial, and then I think it has Gwyneth Paltrow smelling her candle, and be like, you can even order my candle.
Wow.
I shit you not. But
and that's
Amber
why they
Heard,
can sell it in Japan.
You said I shit you not.
But
right.
Amber Heard says I shit you so. What you think, Joe? Could she really make that 10.7 mil off of turds?
It's a lot of hawking turds. I feel like she should just go on OnlyFans. Like,
People would pay just to harass her on OnlyFans.
I know.
I mean, yeah.
Or imagine if like she sat there and let people huck turds at her, like like if she just sat on like a you know, like one of those old school, what the fuck were they called? You know those things when we were kids? It was like the dunk tank.
Oh, it'd
be
sit
an
on the
Amber
bench
Heard
and
dunk tank, and like literally you would sit there and throw shit at her and try to knock her in the water.
Johnny Depp,
Turd.
if you ever listen to this show
And turd
and you
water.
hear, and you hear this, we got you. We got some great ideas. All right, so I said I'd read this out. This, like I said, this is more of a statement. I mean, his hashtag is kind of a question, but it's more of a statement. Jared writes in, Daryl is a loser. He's at Universal. There's a picture of him with a butterbeer. Hashtag, what if while drinking a butterbeer, Daryl has a wand in his rear? So, for those of you that don't know and are not in any of our social media groups, Daryl is on vacation. He's at Universal Studios right now, hanging out with one of our community members, and having a good old time with his family. So we hope he enjoyed his weekend off. That is why yours truly is here hosting this week. Because why not? You know, we can be here.
Legit, the first time I saw that, I thought he said Butterbean.
Like the boxer?
Yeah.
Like the one that knocked out Bart Gunn at WrestleMania?
Yeah. I just, when I read Butterbeer, I read it as Butterbean. First, I don't know why. Can't explain it, but that's what I read.
Damn.
Every time somebody talks about Butterbean, all I think of is when he knocked out Johnny Knoxville in the middle of that.
Oh my god, that shit was hilarious.
Like clothing store, and and Johnny sliced his head open and had to go get stitches.
Did you watch 4.5 yet on Netflix?
425?
No. Did you watch Jackass 4.5 on Netflix yet?
No, not.
Is that the one that just came out?
Yeah.
And it's already on
No,
Netflix?
I haven't.
Yeah.
The Jackass Forever is on came out first on Paramount Plus. You can watch that one on Paramount Plus. I didn't know they
4.5 is like the one with like all the commentary in it as well.
Oh, okay. No, I have not. That actually is probably something I might fall asleep to or watch while I'm editing.
All four of them are on there.
Okay.
Did you hear Butterbean's coming out of retirement?
No.
To fight who? Logan Paul?
Yes.
Please. Oh my God. Why did I call that? How did I call that? I wonder.
I want to see that happen.
You know Logan Paul's gonna get his ass kicked.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
He might get one shot in, knock him out.
No, okay, so Mayweather's a little smaller. I know he hits harder, but he's a little bit smaller. Butterbean hits this man, it's done.
It's over.
It's
He'll
done.
murder
It's
him.
over.
He'll murder
yeah,
him.
110%.
And just before you go on, there is a rumor that Logan Paul wants to fight Tyson.
That's not a rumor. I thought that was like actually happening.
No, Jake Paul wants to fight Mike Tyson.
Jesus Christ! Can't keep him straight.
Jake has a big set of cojones, and since he knocked out, I don't remember his name.
The UFC guy.
Yeah, he's pretty full of himself. So, but all right, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. It's the twat. This week's official topic. Out of the current lineup, we have revealed what games are you looking forward to the most on the new PlayStation Premium service. We're going to give our top 3 that you're most excited to play. And if we have time, maybe 1 or 2 honorable mentions. And since Tricky is the guest this evening, Tricky, why don't you give us your first game?
IQ.
IQ.
All right. Intelligent Cube. Nice. I like it.
Okay.
Ironically, the only time I've ever played that game is on the PlayStation 1 demo disc, and I've been looking for it for 20, 30 years now.
Wow. Didn't ever think about being naughty and emulating it?
Well, yes. And we actually had a conversation about this. We had a conversation about emulation a couple years ago when not the PlayStation 2, the SNES Classic came out.
Yep.
Because back then, a lot of people, getting mad at me because I emulated A Link to the Past, and I had an argument with them back then, saying that if I was able to buy an SNES Classic, which I eventually did buy one, I would have no problem buying the Classic. But because Nintendo made such a bad decision on limiting the quantity, that I had no moral issue with emulating the game. Same thing with IQ, but IQ, for some reason, I never emulated it. I do actually own a copy of it. I got it from one of the Loop Brothers fans. I forget who it was. I think it was Joshua Adams.
See,
my apologies if I'm getting who said it to me wrong. But now I can actually play it, and now I'm kind of glad I waited to play it because now I'll get trophies with it.
oh yeah.
I heard the trophy list in the game is like easy as fuck too. It's like beat each level and then you're done. That's it.
You got to get perfect on every level.
Are you sure? I thought it was like easy.
You have to get perfect on every level.
Is it that hard? I don't know.
Have you ever played IQ at all?
No, but I heard it's like a fantastic game.
It's very much you have to be intelligent to play it. Like it's like playing chess. You have to be like 13 moves ahead.
Okay.
Sounds like a Daryl game.
Yeah, okay.
That was the joke.
And I was just finishing your joke.
Children. All right, Joe. I'm sorry, Tricky.
No. I was looking up the trophies. You have to beat 9 levels. Each one of them has a trophy, and then you have to get it perfect on all 9 levels.
Doesn't seem too bad.
Yeah. Wait until you play it.
What about you, Joe? What you looking forward to?
The first thing I'm definitely looking forward to firing up is Returnal, because I never got to play Returnal yet. Because I don't know, I didn't feel like spending $70 on a roguelike.
Okay.
So
now
I'm gonna play it.
I've heard nothing but good things about the game from Alex, so I'm gonna give it a shot. I don't know how I'll like it, but if it's worth a try, it's worth a try, and if I like it, hopefully it'll be part of my list of 100 games.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to play it. I just think it's getting such amazing reviews, and now that they add the co-op version, like Corey was like, "Oh yeah, we should play it together." I was like, "Yeah, we could do that if we ever play something together." Because every time we say we're gonna play something together, one of us is like, "Oh, let's just play single player games and talk." So we have a list of like 40 games that we want to play together, and we've made each other buy so many games in the past. So I'm kind of looking forward to not having to pay for a game. Essentially, this is like Game Pass now. It's free.
Hey.
It's free, guys. Now we're getting free games. Free games.
Well, it's not necessarily free, but you
I paid a membership. No, it's not.
You're still essentially renting a game, but
I'm fine with it. I'm gonna try and limit like how many PS5 games I talk about, but there's a lot of cool stuff coming. That's PS5 from the jump. I was really hoping that Sony would have given us like Ratchet and Clank, because I feel like everybody who wants to buy that game at this point has already bought it. So they could have easily have put that one in there. But I think it'll be one that they add sooner than later.
You talk about the recent Ratchet and Clank.
Yes. Yeah. There's no like anybody who's wanted to buy that, Tricky, has pretty much bought it at this point.
True.
Like $70 is a lot for me to get a game that's only 6 hours. I'm sorry. Like the game's 6 hours long. I watched Corey beat it in like a sitting, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to spend $70 on that. It's like Homer Simpson. Can we get steak for dinner? Money's tight. Steak? All right, steak. But I don't really want to pay for a game. That's expensive.
Well, to each their own. Some people are, some people.
Well, I know Tricky's always like, if you don't support it, it's not gonna. They're not gonna make another one, but.
I mean, I'm kind of a firm believer in that to an extent as well. I mean, but you and I they're the same way when it comes to certain game series.
You gotta have day one, and the other games not so much.
Yeah, exactly. So if it's like something that you really, really want to play, support it day one. If it's something that's just like kind of looks good, it's kind of interesting, yet then no. Like I know we both bought 2K22, the $100 one, so we could play it 3 days early, and we were super excited for it.
And we mostly didn't play it that 3 days. Like, which I thought was funny for both of us. Like, we played it a little bit in those 3 days, but like
Oh
we
no,
played
I
it more
did.
after those 3 days than I played it before those 3 days. But
Oh no, those 3 days, that's all I played for those 3 days, and
no, I didn't get to play. I didn't get to play it enough, unfortunately, because usually those 3-day trials always happen on like a fucking like Tuesday through a Friday. They never happen on like a Friday through a Monday or a Tuesday. So
right.
I always feel like if they were on weekend trials, I would be able to like play as much as I possibly could. But if they're on weekdays, it's kind of tough.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But Gran Turismo, I did the same fucking thing. But that I actually played, like, I played that pretty hardcore for like a week and a half.
Yeah.
And I still need to go back and finish the campaign on that, but nonetheless. What's your pick, Zach?
All right, so the one I'm looking forward to the most, and I'm sure a lot of people are gonna give me trash for it, but the one I'm looking forward to the most playing is getting back to Spider-Man Miles Morales. So I want to finish the first Spider-Man game, but like Miles Morales looked even better because I know how the first game ends, even though I haven't beat it because I've seen the cutscenes and seen the ending.
I mean, July, you can pick them up on PC.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm waiting for. That's where I'm going to be playing all my PlayStation Premium stuff at is on PC. So if I can stream it if I can stream it day one whenever Premium comes out on 13th, which they haven't released any details saying that I won't be able to play it day one. Great. If I have to wait until July, I'm still not going to be super duper upset, but that's probably like my number one right now because I don't know. The first Spider-Man game was nuts, and I don't know. It just held a place in my heart for a long time. I grinded it for a while.
Game is great. Like, I think the coolest thing about that game is like replaying it over and over again and like maxing out Spider-Man, and like what you could do in New Game Plus when he's like totally maxed out is fucking insane. Like,
I don't think I got quite there. Like I said, I never beat it, but I know I've already like I said, I'm already committing to making that my first platinum whenever I can finally get my hands back on it. And what I'll probably do is I'll probably finish Spider-Man, finish storyline for it, and then I'll probably play through Miles Morales and beat Miles Morales, and then I'll go back and I'll pick up the platinum after I've exhausted the stories.
You say it's gonna be your first platinum?
Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man will be my first platinum. Yep, that is
Nice.
That's set in stone. What I have planned on doing because I think that's the biggest reason that I didn't beat the story in the first game is I remember being like, man, I kind of want this to be my first platinum game when I had a PlayStation. So I stopped and I started like going and beating like all of the crimes and stuff that were going on throughout the city. I started slowly like making my way through everything, trying to find all of the canisters that were all throughout the city and doing. I started doing the stuff to achieve getting the platinum before finishing the story.
Oh, I did. I mean, the first thing I did when I booted up the game is I went and got all the backpacks that you could get and like did all like the sightseeing stuff first before I even like touched like half the missions. Tricky, did you do the same thing?
I got all the collectibles before I did the story missions.
Yeah, I did too. It made you like super overpowered, and yeah, it made the game a lot easier, honestly.
I got a legit question. Like, I'm not trolling or anything here.
Okay.
If you play Spider-Man on PC, can you get a platinum?
Yes. So when you're playing it on the PlayStation Now type deal, when you're streaming it from their service, you still get trophies. That's how I still get trophies. Like that's why I get trophies for playing the original God of War and stuff like that.
No, what I'm saying because Spider-Man's coming to the PC in July. I
don't know. It might be the same thing as like Xbox, like Windows games.
No, all right. So no, because those games when they come to PC, they're coming on a different storefront. So like you can buy God of War. I know you can buy God of War and you can buy Horizon on Steam. So you get Steam achievements for it.
Right. You can't get a platinum.
Right. So when it comes to the premium service, I will have to stream it to get my platinum because it'll still have my cloud save data from my PlayStation.
No, it won't.
Yes, it will.
No, you're playing a completely different version of Spider-Man.
It's still the PS4 version.
Is the PS4?
Yeah,
I thought.
I don't think they talk to each other like that.
No, they don't. You're right, Tricky. Remember how all the PS Now bullshit? You couldn't
Mhm.
download your saves and you couldn't move stuff. Yeah, you're right.
I don't think the PC version and the PlayStation 4 versions are going to talk to each other like that.
That's
Sometimes
fine.
even
I'll
the
still go through and do it over.
Sometimes even the Now and the regular versions don't talk to each other. Like the save files don't like link up for some reason. It's happened to me a few times. Where that's
Yeah,
been
like
the
I said,
case.
that still ain't gonna bother me any. I'll still go back through it. Like I said, I enjoyed it so much the first time that going back through it a second time's not gonna hurt. All right, Tricky, what is your second game?
Echochrome.
What that?
The PSP game?
Yeah. You don't know what Echochrome is?
No.
No.
It's a puzzle game that you have to get a guy from one point to another, but you have to move the map around. So he walks around a 3D puzzle to make pathways and holes and stuff like that connect. And you have to do it while he's walking. So think of lemons, like you have to get from point A to point B. But with lemons, you change what a lemon does. In Echochrome, you move this 3D world around to get him from point A to point B.
Okay.
Interesting.
Google the trailer. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
I will do that after the show, but that does sound interesting. It sounds very, very different and very, very interesting to me. You got any big reasons why you're super excited for it, Tricky?
I love puzzle games.
Okay. All right.
I mean, look, I like a good third person shooter, like just like anybody. But I love the games that make you think. I'm about to show my age. I've really gotten into doing crossword puzzles lately.
Okay.
So
Wow.
it's like things
What a
that
loser.
Hey, just because you don't like him doesn't mean other people can't
Nah, I'm
like
just messing with you, Gore.
him. I mean, Tricky is old.
I'm not old.
You're old. It's okay.
I'm not old.
Yeah, you old.
You're old. You're old enough.
It's a party.
I'm over the hill. We'll say that.
All right, Grandpa.
God, I hate you.
But you've been doing a lot more crosswords. Please continue.
Yeah, I downloaded a crossword app on my phone, and it actually just got the notification the new puzzle's up right now.
Don't they have like garbage crossword puzzle games that you can platinum in like 30 seconds?
Probably, but I'm not allowed to play those. You know, Daryl has a different set of rules he's played under. I'm not allowed to play certain games.
So
Like
quick
I'm not allowed
question.
to
Tricky said
I'm-
plausible deniability.
I'm not allowed to play SpongeBob. I'm not allowed to play Garfield. I'm not allowed to play this. I'm not allowed to play that.
You
So
also
quick
have
que-
side bets going on, and it's not. I would, like I said, I wouldn't consider a 5-hour game that if it takes 5 hours to beat a campaign, to be a rat plat.
But see, this is the problem with my side bets. Every person that I made a side bet has agreed that whatever the council rules is fair. And there's a couple games I've gone to and said, "Hey, I want to play this," and the council's turned around and said, "We don't have a problem with it, but there's going to be people that have problems with it." So I've decided not to play those games just because I don't want the argument of, "Oh, well, this is a rat plat." Well, no, the council said it wasn't. I don't care. So
What games are those for the audience at home?
well, the full motion video games, like the ones Arrow played. I'm not allowed to play SpongeBob. I'm not allowed to play
You
Garfield.
can't play SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. That's a legit game.
It's a kid's game. In your own
Okay,
words,
so a kid's game is not a rat plat.
in your own words, this earlier in the show, you're not. It's a kid's game.
Okay,
and
that doesn't
I'm
mean
not allowed to play a
anything.
kid's game.
That's stupid.
I agree. Your council is fired.
No, the
Get a
council
better-
said I could play them.
Get a better
It's the-
council.
I have side bets with Homer. I have a side bet with Nitro, and I have a side bet with Levi. You know, Levi's not gonna sit there and debate it. He's just gonna go, "Oh, but this is not a good game. Homer at least has an open mind, but he's very strict. He's like, no. And Nitro, depending on his mood, it could depend. So I'm not even gonna risk it.
Like I said, I think rat plat's something that a rat spam or spam junk, something you can you can
30 seconds.
You can beat the main story or the campaign or whatever they want to call it, and couple
But see,
of minutes.
it sucks because the game. Either one of you guys ever played Daggerhood?
Yeah.
Okay, Daggerhood is
The
made
game to
by
beat, the game to beat is hard. I know
Okay.
where you're going with that.
No, not even that. But it's made by Radalika, so it's considered a rat game. But Daggerhood is a legit game. So is Devious Dungeon. It's a legit game. But because it's made by Radalika, everybody just assumes it's an easy plat. And for the most part, Daggerhood, I mean, could be considered an easy plat. You don't have to beat the game. You only have to go, I think, 12 levels or 20 levels, something like that. Devious Dungeon, you literally have to beat every single thing and max everything out. So it is what it is.
Like I said, I don't agree, but I don't agree with some of the things your counselor's saying, but we'll let it slide. Joe, what's your second game that you're looking forward to?
I would say Hot Shot Golf for the PSP.
You're looking forward to the PS1 version?
Or is that the PS1 version? Hold on.
Yeah, Hot Shots Golf. It's
Yeah.
The only PSP game right now is Echo Chrome.
Yeah. I really want to play a Hot Shot Golf. I love Hot Shot Golf. I like the original game and the original PSP version are really good. They had like a lot of collectibles and a lot of things to do in those. And I really like Hot Shot Golf, and I really liked it, and I'm really mad that the series is gone. Like, it's one of my... I'm really pissed off.
It's not really gone.
No, it's gone. It's gone.
They changed the name of it.
The developers left, Tricky. They're not making another one. They're gone.
There will be another Everybody's Golf.
There will not be another Everyone's Golf. The team left. The team left Sony. They're not gonna make another one. But you know how I know they're not gonna make another one? Because they're shutting the one down that they already made, and they know they're not making another one. So
they did the same thing for many games. They shut down Rock Band, and then it came back.
No, but I really am excited to play that again, because that was an awesome game on the PlayStation 1. I really wish we were getting more stuff like Parasite Eve and stuff like that, but beggars can't be choosers right now. So you take what you get, and you don't get upset, is what I tell my daughter.
You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. So for me, my next one is another PS5 game. Well, PS5. I think was it on PS4? It might. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was on PS5 though. Ghost of Tsushima.
Director's Cut, dude. I can't wait to play Director's Cut for free.
I've only seen gameplay. I've seen little bits and pieces. It looks like a fantastic game. I've heard nothing but good things, especially because, if Tricky was willing to spend as many hours as he did getting the platinum, it's got to be maybe a somewhat of a decent game.
Twice.
Yeah.
I got that plat twice.
There you go. See, if Tricky's willing to spend that much time on not a rat game, then it's got to be a pretty alright game.
Finding those foxes is a pain in the ass.
Who?
Those foxes, those fox things.
It's easy as shit. What are you talking about?
No, it's a pain in the ass.
All you gotta do is find the location, and the fox takes you to where you gotta go.
Oh, that's how easy it is? Well, the first few were difficult, because I felt like, I don't know.
No, you show up to a fox den, you look at the fox, and then you just follow the fox, and it shows you exactly where the thing is.
I really like that game a lot, though. Like, I played a lot of that on PS4. I beat, like, the first, whole, sub-chapter. It's a fucking awesome game.
I didn't appreciate the DLC too much, because I think they went a little too supernatural with it. But
well, they also turned the game into a fucking PvE game, which I hope doesn't ruin the series and make them only want to concentrate on that facet of the game going forward, because it did so well.
I just want Days Gone too.
Yeah, it's never gonna happen.
I haven't played the first Days Gone, so
I have. It's amazing.
That's another game I've heard nothing but good things about. So I heavily debated getting a PlayStation this week, but
when you fight your first horde, that's what makes that game good.
Dude, like the first time, yeah, that game's just It was such a well-designed game, and I felt like it came at a time where people were kind of in that like zombie fatigue, unfortunately. So I felt like everyone was like, "Oh, another zombie game? What's
But
different about this
but
one?"
they're not zombies. They're freakers.
Tricky, calm down. That's the same
They're,
fucking thing.
they're not zombies. They're freakers.
Again,
They're alive. They're not dead.
they're not zombies in Resident Evil 4 either.
Oh.
It's like
They're not zombies in The Walking Dead either.
they're walkers. It's the same
Yeah.
fucking thing.
If you notice, and a lot of people never really notice this, if you watch The Walking Dead or you read the comics, not once do they ever call them a zombie.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they're not zombies. What are they, runners in 28 Days Later?
I don't know. That was
I've
such a
never
horrible movie.
seen
I
that.
tried to forget if I remember.
It is not a horrible movie. You shut your face.
That was such a horrible movie.
Shut your face, Wang Chung.
Oh my god.
Movie's fucking fantastic.
All right, Tricky, what's your third game? Your third and final hoorah that you're really, really excited to play.
I'm not going to mention the game. I'm going to mention the series because I've never played them, and that's the Jax games.
Okay.
I've never played any of the Jack and Daxters.
Which version are they giving us?
PS2 versions.
Great. Yeah, that's
Is-
actually I've played 2 of them on the PS2 and they're really good. So that's good that they're giving us those versions of the
Is
game.
it the PS2 version or is the PS4 versions?
PS2 versions.
Okay, I hope they get trophy support. That'd be cool because those games are.
They will.
Do they have trophy support? Is that confirmed, Tricky? Is that confirmed from your Japanese / Italian account or whatever the fuck you're playing it on?
It's confirmed by a Sony executive I talked to.
It's confirmed by Tricky's inside man.
Yes.
All right, I like your inside, man.
Now I also because there was been a little confusion and debate. We are actually getting the not the PAL versions of these games. We're getting the Western version of the games.
That's good for us.
Yes, because a lot of people were pissed off because when it launched in China, there was the PAL versions. Now I think what's NTSC.
Yes, we are NTSC.
Yeah, NTSC. That's the versions of the games we're getting.
Okay. But yeah, those were fantastic little
Well, the first one was.
adventure games. No, that most of them were pretty good. I even liked the solo Jax game. It was good too.
You mean the solo Daxter game?
No, they did a solo Jax game.
What the fuck is that one called?
Jax, literally just Jax.
Really? There's a Jax game with just Jax?
Yeah,
Just Jax.
I thought there was one with just Daxter, but
I think there is. I think there's also Daxter. I know. What's his name from Clank got his own game too, didn't he?
yeah, Clank got a game on PSP.
Okay, yeah. Yep, I was looking at PSP games today. I almost picked up a couple more, but I have enough to play at the current moment in time to satisfy.
You gotta pick
my-
up the original Dynasty Warriors on PSP. That game's phenomenal.
Highly will debate trying to find it, but I highly doubt I will find it.
Well, that shit's rare now.
I'm surprised I found some of the games I did. Like I said, I was looking for X-Men Legends when I went out too.
I had that on the original PSP. Oh man.
Well, Daryl talked so good about it. He said it's X-Men, it's Diablo with X-Men. So
If you have a Sony account, you can buy a lot of PSP games on the Vita still.
I don't have a Vita.
What is wrong with you, sir?
Yeah, you should have a Vita.
Tricky, are you going to give me $220 to get a Vita?
Get a Vita TV.
Can't find those. Are worse. Those are like $300 now. Those are expensive as fuck now.
Yeah, Vita. Anything Vita that I've tried coming across and finding at a decent price, like no one's selling anything Vita related for under $200. Like
I am
unless it's like a game.
so
Would you-
mad I didn't buy a Vita TV when they were like $20 at like.
Would you like to
Walmart.
borrow my Vita TV, sir?
Not currently, because then that would require me to play something else, and I got too much stuff on my backlog. I'll maybe next year when my backlog is slightly more clear, and I'm not. Currently.
When they announced the Vita 2.
I mean that's fine too, because then they'll probably be like, hey, Vita they're gonna release the same style carts and everything. They're like, hey, backwards compatible.
You know when they'll announce Vita 2? When we get a sequel to Back to the Future, which will be never.
Ooh, dirty.
Okay. Just remember I said this. What episode is this?
Or No,
We
I
don't number
can't
our
even
episodes,
read
Tricky. This is 2 loot bros and a trophy whore.
All right, 10-4. Just remember on June 4th, 2022.
Okay.
2023, you mean?
No, 2022 is when I said it.
Oh, yeah, that's correct. Okay, I'll remember. You're gonna make Daryl poop his pants, but I'll remember. If we actually get one, Daryl will poop himself.
Daryl will be the first one to buy
102%.
like 7 of them.
I was gonna
Facts.
say I was gonna say 20, but
Daryl will buy one of every color, and if they don't come with memory sticks and their memory sizes, Daryl will buy one in every size.
Buy one for each bathroom, one for each child, one for each pet.
Oh, terrible. All right, Joe, your third and final game.
Let's see. Because I have the list pulled up in front of me. That's a smart thing to do. Oh, Demon Souls.
Okay. Yep.
I want to play Demon Souls.
That was going to be one of my honorable mentions if we had time.
And I get to play Control Ultimate Edition finally because I fucking didn't download it when it was free, and I always kick myself for that to this day.
Did you not just buy it on Epic?
I don't fucking buy fucking games on
Epic,
PC.
You didn't have to buy it. Epic gave it to us for free. You need to start grabbing Epic's free.
I have to pay. I have to actually use my PC for things other than work, and I don't do that. So.
Yeah, you're Epic gives us free games every week. There's no reason for you to not.
Very true. I should start taking those free games. Amazon gives you free games all the time too, and I don't ever take those either.
Those ones they have to give you codes for, so they require a little bit more work. Epic, you just go in and you throw the game in your cart, and it's $0.
Are you a Prime subscriber?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. I've
So
got
you could use your Prime sub on my Twitch page.
No, I use it on Kind of Funny.
Whenever my my Prime whenever my
Greg
Prime
Miller
sub
gets
pops
my money
up.
every month. Oh hail, Greg!
You know who didn't come into my birthday stream? His name was Joseph Priestley. That's his name.
I was in the one the day before that.
Who came into your birthday stream and donated some subs?
Yes, it was you, Tricky. We all know. And my best friend was literally about to battle you for gifted subs because he doesn't like being number 2. And y'all both were about to have a sub contest in my stream, and I was not having it. I was not having it.
I just so you know, I would have won.
I want to earn my subs. I know you guys love me and all, but I don't need y'all fighting over me. I'm not that pretty.
I mean, love is a strong word.
What's your subscriber count up to now?
I am currently at 10 subs. I have 181 followers right now.
Nice, man.
I'm on a new lead. I'm trying to get a little bit more consistent. I had a little heart to heart with a couple of my buddies that I'm kind of in league with streaming wise and stuff like that. And kind of a part of that little. I have another little family aside from mine, and all of those guys are really really supportive, and they kind of gave me a little talk, and we had a heart to heart this week. So I started streaming again and posting on social media more, making content outside of just doing our podcast and streaming. So hopefully everything will work out. But enough of that. Enough about me. Moving on to my third game. So my third game is hard. Demon Souls, like I said, would have been my honorable mention. I still have yet to play Red Dead Redemption 2, and it's always looked super duper fantastic. But it's so massive, and it's gonna take me so long to get through it. I've never wanted to start it. So it was really hard to decide between that.
Trophy.
It was really hard to decide between that, and I've never played Oddworld ever.
Don't bother.
Don't say that. So that was another thing that I've thought about wanting to play, because I know they're putting they confirmed Abe's Odyssey for Asia, so I'm pretty sure at some point soon we'll get it for the US. But I started playing through on my PSP before last week. I started playing through one of the PSP Siphon Filter games. I started playing through Dark Mirror,
Nice.
and it was fun. The story of what I did play was good. So I'm looking forward to playing the original Siphon Filter with trophies, which will be kind of neat. So that's my third. That was my third. That's my third and final decision. The other two games I'll play, but that's my third and final. Tricky, have you ever played any of the Siphon Filter games?
No, I have never had an interest in playing any of those games.
Well, they're third-person shooters, so I didn't know if you did or not.
Yeah, I think when Siphon Filter came out, and I could be wrong, it was right around the time Splinter Cell came out.
No, it came out before Splinter Cell.
Did it?
Yo, yeah. Splinter Cell, the first Splinter Cell game I think was OG Xbox and PS2.
Let me look it up.
We about to find out, but yeah, no.
The original Splinter Cell came out in. Sorry. 2002.
Didn't know this. But just looking up now the Splinter Cell series, it looks like they've confirmed a Splinter Cell remake.
Yeah, they confirmed that like 6 months ago.
End of last year. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay, I'm super interested in that. Whenever that comes out, I'm playing that. But yeah, so Splinter Cell came out in 2002. Siphon Filter should have been, I think, 99 or Siphon Filter. Yep, 99.
All right, so there was another game that came out with Siphon Filter at the same time.
Not sure. Don't remember because there wasn't a whole lot of like big shooting games out like that time. I know like maybe GoldenEye. GoldenEye was a big one. That was a first person though. Maybe Perfect Dark, maybe.
Nope. And I'm looking it up.
But yeah, I think it's something you like. It's not a first person, so I think that'll sway you. The only downside is, and I don't know how they're gonna do it. With this and how they change. I don't know if they're gonna change the controls or what they're gonna do, but it is old like tank control shooting. So just so you know, it's old. Move with the arrows and aim with the buttons. It's the same way on the PSP, unfortunately. That was one of the biggest things I was having a hard time with getting used to. Was the old tank controls. I was like, I'm so glad we've moved past this. Super duper happy moving past this. It's just, oh my god. It was so unsettling to play a shooter like that. When now you play shooters and you can actually like move your camera around instead of holding a button and hoping you line up with it. Like I don't know how anybody was good back in the day with those. I don't. But that is my third game. All right, we'll make it quick. Tricky, honorable mention.
I don't have any.
No honorable mentions, Joe.
I would definitely say check out the Far Cry series on there. They're fucking awesome. They're all coming out. Mortal Kombat 11's coming out on there. Check that out if you've never played it. South Park Fractured But Whole's going to be on there. So check that out.
Joe,
Tricky,
honorable mention.
The Division's going to be on there, man.
Gotten that plat. Moved on. But if anybody wants me to run them through the Division, Joe can attest that I jumped in his game one day and he was like, "Yeah, we need a Tricky."
Well,
I
was like,
played
just run me through the game.
One.
Joe and Corey were doing something, and I jumped into the game, and they're like, "What the hell? Why is everything dying?" And all of a sudden, you see me running from the other side.
Yeah, that was a fun experience. I mean, I definitely enjoyed my time with Division 2 more than that, though. Like, but just playing Division 2 like with Corey, like legitly, was fun. So that was fun. And then afterwards, Tricky, like we beat it, and Tricky's like, "Bro, you still have to do so much more." And I was like, "No, I'm done."
I'm playing the Division 2 after we get done recording. So if you want me to hook you up, just let me know.
I'd have to fucking re-download the game, which I don't even know if I have space on my PS5 for.
That's why you need an external.
I have an external. I just have a lot of PS4 games on it.
The only the big downside with the externals in the PS5 is if it's not an external SSD, you have to move stuff back and forth off of the drive itself.
Only for PS5 games.
You mean for PS4 games?
No.
No, you can play PS4 games off the hard drive.
Yeah, that's right.
Play PS4 games off of any type of hard drive.
I have an internal and an external on my PS5.
Damn.
That's right. All right, gents. Well, I appreciate both of you coming on tonight and joining me. I appreciate you guys being patient. I know that this wasn't the normal rhythm of things because Daryl's not here. It was still kind of the same, but different. Thank you both. Thank you to all the listeners. Again, you can find us on Spotify, Podcast, Podbean, Google Play, wherever you get your podcast. The Loot Bros Podcast. Share us with your friends. Joe, you got any closing remarks?
AEW is the best wrestling federation out there right now. You guys should check it out. If you want to watch true wrestling, go watch AEW. If you want to watch garbage, continue watching WWE.
Tricky?
You want my final words?
Yes, I would love your final words. You got any final words for the people?
Don't fucking do it.
All right, I'm putting up a petition in the Facebook group to have Tricky banned from ever coming back on the Loot Bros Podcast.
These are bannable offenses right now.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. This has been the Loot Bros Podcast, and we are out of here.
Later.
Happy trophy hunting.
Once again, these words will hit like a whirlwind. I've gathered my chips, now I'm cashing in. How come we can't find the passion inside ourselves to be who we're meant to be and reach out to people in need? Today is all we have, tomorrow's never promised, and we can't live in the past, gotta face all the things that haunt us. Circumstances, same old song and dances. Play the cards you've been given, there are no second chances. I've wasted so much time. I am flawed by this design. My mistakes, they follow me, surrounding me like a raging sea. Can I be a better me? The world I'm telling me I have to be. Rather stand and go against the grain. I'll be the one that will face the flames. If I told you you mattered, would you listen then? That despite all your flaws, you're still a 10 out of 10. You'd say I'm lying, but you work your weight in gold. All these lies that you've been told, so many people for hurting your soul. Love how they say that you learn how to roll with the punches. Talk about scars, but like a bunches. Pain will take anything that it touches and make it feel equal to nothing. I'm trying to speak into your soul to let you know your worth, so you can keep your head up. You'd survive worse. Can't you see yourself how you're meant to be seen? Hurting people hurt people is such a vicious thing, and I will never let anyone bring me down. I will continue to fight the fight and always stand my ground. Right is right and wrong is wrong, there ain't no arguing that. Wasted time looking back, I was so blind to the facts. All the people that I passed, everything that I didn't do. So afraid of life, looking up through my rear view. I've wasted so much time. I am flawed by this design. My mistakes, they follow me, surrounding me like a raging sea. Can I be a better me? The world I'm telling me I have to be. Rather stand and go against the grain. I'll be the one that will face the flames. Ups and downs, smiles and frowns. They say what goes around comes back around. Comes back around. Would you bleed for what's right? Choices to be made to find your way back to the light that shines bright. Day turns to night. pray to God to keep you safe. You do your best out in the world to try and stay strong in your faith. I believe that you are great. Anyone can have a bad day. Don't let it get you down when things ain't going your way. Things change with just a blink of an eye. 1 minute you're feeling low, the next minute you're flying high. Yeah, this life is a wild ride. I'd rather fail a million times versus never set my mind to anything and even try. I'm not living just to die, I'm living so I can thrive. There will never be a day when I refuse to choose life. Listen to me, you were put here for a reason, you should know this. I've had darkness in my life, I know what low is.
I've wasted so much time.
I am flawed by this design. My mistakes, they follow me,
Surrounding me like a raging sea.
Can I be a better me? The world I'm telling me I have to be.
Rather than go against the grain, I'll be the one that will face the flames.
Well, I'll be the one.